I never expected my 6-year-old to save my life, but that's exactly what happened last Tuesday. Depression doesn't announce itself with sirens. It creeps in silently until one day you are sitting in your parked car staring at nothing, wondering if anyone would notice if you just disappeared. That was me 3 months ago after my husband walked out, my mother's cancer diagnosis, and losing my job in the same brutal month. I functioned on autopilot parrot, making breakfast for Zoe, helping with homework, reading bedtime stories, parent, all while feeling absolutely nothing inside. The smile I wore for my daughter felt like a mask that grew heavier each day. Last Tuesday morning I couldn't get out of bed. The weight on my chest was too heavy, the emptiness too vast. Texting my sister that Zoe wasn't feeling well so we wouldn't make it to her house for dinner. Another lie in a growing collection. Mommy needs to rest today. I told Zoe, my voice hollow. Can you watch cartoons in the living room? 3 hours later I was still in the dark bedroom when I heard little footsteps. Zoe appeared in the doorway, her arms full of strange items. I made you a sad box, she announced, climbing onto my bed. She carefully arranged her treasures around me, her favorite stuffed bunny with the worn ear, a crayon drawing of 2 stick figures holding hands, a smooth rock from the beach, and a plastic dinosaur. This is Rex, she said, placing the dinosaur on my pillow. He's scared of thunderstorms but brave about everything else. You can borrow him. She pulled out a small flashlight from her pocket. This is for when the dark gets too dark, she explained, clicking it on and off. My teacher says everyone has dark days. I felt something crack inside me as she continued unpacking her little collection of comfort items. And this is a happy ticket, she said, handing me a piece of paper with wobbly letters. When you use it, we have to do something happy. No excuses. Where did you learn about all this? I whispered, the first tears I'd cried in months finally breaking free. From you, Partases, she said simply. Remember when I was scared of monsters? You made me a brave box with all these things. I kept everything. She had been watching me all along, Parrot, not just my pain but my absence. And instead of being afraid, she had gathered up the fragments of love I'd shown her before the darkness came and reflected them back to me when I needed them most. Can I use the happy ticket now? I asked, my voice breaking. Her face lit up. Yes, what do you want to do? I think I need to make a doctor's appointment, I said, and then maybe we could get ice cream. She wrapped her tiny arms around me. That's 2 things, but I'll allow it. The next day I sat across from a therapist, describing how my daughter had created a lifeline from the very tools I'd once given her, how a child had recognized what I couldn't punt, that I was drowning 3 months into treatment. I found Zoe adding new items to what she still calls my sad box turd, a ticket stub from the movie we saw last weekend, a seashell from our day trip to the coast. These aren't sad things, I pointed out. She looked at me with 6-year-old wisdom that still takes my breath away. It's not a sad box anymore. It's a remember box now. So you remember the dark gets dark, but it doesn't stay that way. Sometimes the smallest hands reach the deepest places, and sometimes they pull you back into the light, one dinosaur and flashlight at a time.